Okay, welcome to video 4. In the last video on this Cavern Crawl, I wanted to show you battle real quick. So once we go into battle, you'll see that basically how it works. I kind of showed you a little bit about just the clicks and where it's actually clicking, where it's pulling the creature. Now when we actually go into battle, battle's in message panel. Let me scroll up some here. We actually starting with melee. If it's post melee, which it sets on the battle page. It's basically doing an initiative, which is a 1d20 random, just random 1 through 20. That's adding the player's initiative plus that's in the database. Same thing with creature, doing the exact same thing. If the player's initiative roll plus his initiative is higher than the creature's, he wins initiative. Now he does a roll attack, which is also a 1d20, which is 1 through 20. Player attack equals your melee attack plus your player roll. When you go to put range in here, just change that to an R. You could copy this whole thing, put it in the range that I have below, and just change all these M's to an R. And there should be 8 altogether. There should be 1, 2 for the players twice, and then for the creatures twice. And you'll see it whenever you go look through it. So the player rolls. Here's where I put in the dice and the number. Now we're just putting in player roll with attack mod, putting in all that information. If your attack is greater than the creature's AC, this is D&D system. You select the weapon where it's equipped in your name. Now how I do the dice is, if you look at this, each weapon, let's do player weapons, has a dice and a damage. This is 1d4, 1d6, 3d6. That means it rolls 3 1 through 6 random rolls, just like rolling 3 dice 6, d6. Critical is how much times the damage is. Critical roll, if you roll that number naturally, not adding anything to it, you do that times damage. So this would be 15 or higher, this would be 20. If it's equipped, the randed, and then the pick. So you can see here what I did is did a for loop. For every dice that's in there, it rolls for the damage, 1 through the damage, and then adds that to damage roll. So if it's 2d6, it'll roll through twice and do it up to 6 damage per dice. So you have a max of 12 here. Then it tells you how much damage you did. Minus is the hit points from the creature, the damage from the creature's hit points. If it's less than 1, that means he's dead. It gives you copper. I do a little bit of experience where I take the level. If greater than challenge, I kind of base it. If the challenge rater is greater than the player, then he needs to get more experience than if it's less. So in other words, if it's a 5th level person fighting a 1st level creature, he shouldn't get as much experience. And a lot of people don't agree with that. A lot of people do. You base experience however you want. I don't care. This is just the way I did it. Don't go on YouTube and blast me because the way I do my experience is the way I'm doing it. Delete from, and then once he's dead, delete the creature out of there. No, that's just going to delete it from player creatures, not from total creatures. Update players, give you your loot, give you your experience, tell the player you're doing it. Update the creature, set hit points. Else, if you didn't kill him, then you need to minus the hit points. Else, it's a total miss. Also remember, in this player thing, it's going to set creature equals 0. That way you can get out of battle. And then it's the creature's turn to attack if he's not dead, and it's the same thing except for it switches. And here is where you're going to change that R whenever you go to ranged. Again, here and here. And this is the exact same thing except for it's creature versus player. Then if the initiative on the players or the creature's higher, then you're going to run through this. You could turn this into functions. I just did this for simplicity and explaining purposes. So this is to be the same thing as what's up there, except for if the creature wins initiative. Exact same thing. So you can see the battle is pretty simple. It'll be easy for you guys to come in here and change what you need. I left an area open down here for range that you can copy and paste that up there and then change it to R, or if anything you want to add to range to it. Simple system I got here. That's really all there is to this game so far. It's for you guys to build them however you want. You can do whatever you want with it. I just figured I'd release it so you guys can kind of add to it and anything else you want to do.